Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. This is Ghost War 38, and today I will be bringing you another Green Hornet video. I just got in some more comics from the eBay seller CyberspaceComics. A large chunk of this is from the 91 run, but I also visited my local comic shop a couple days ago and picked up some back issues from them as well. So this is a mixed lot, working our way from the top going down. I also picked up from the eBay seller the last two issues from my first run on the Tales book that I covered in my first video about this character. So with that being said, let's get started. This is issue 3. This is set in the 60s Hornet. It's a very sad story. The Hornet and Kato brought in a child who was hurt or shot, I believe, in the result of a gang shooting. Basically, the kid got caught in the crossfire, and the Hornet was telling the nurse all of this as the kid was in the hospital. I skimmed through some of this. That's how I know as much as I told you. I have not read issue 4, so I can't tell you much about that one yet, but I look forward to reading it as well, and I'm glad to finally have completed my first set. And from the first run, from 89, I have issues 10, 9, 7, and 6. So now I have the rest of it, because after what happened to Paul's brother Alan in issue 4, there's essentially not a Green Hornet right now, so Paul ends up taking over in issue 5, and issue 6 we see Mishi, the sister of the second Kato, who worked with the 60s Hornet, who worked with Alan, and who will work with Paul again at the end of this run, and who is his Kato in the 1991 run. Of course, we see Mishi comes back as the Crimson Wasp, and we see her story and how that unfolded in issues 12 through 14, which is in this stack, and I very much look forward to covering that. So with that, my collection from the 89 run, or the first run, is now complete. And then this is basically the rest of the 91 run, or the second series. Mixed in are the ones from my local comic shop. You'll notice that because some of these have the $250 price tag. This is issue 15. I haven't read any of these ones yet. I've basically been starting from issue 1 and rereading these. Issue 16. And then 17. Issue 18, because I showed issue 19 previously. I bagged and boarded this one now with my own stuff, so here's 19. Issue 20, 21, 22. This one is not sealed, and the card here is loose, by the way. Issue 23, there was no card that was in this book. Issue 27, this was part of the set that I got from the eBay seller, along with the 89 run books and the 2 books on Tales. This is 27. This is actually still sealed in its poly bag and still has the card included. It's with Sisterhood. They meet in a later one. And then I picked up issue 31. This one is also still sealed in the poly bag. And as we can see, has a card of the 3rd issue of Tales. I like the card, so I'm definitely probably going to be taking that out and just putting it on display. A little bit of a display. issue 34, and then here's the rest of them. Issue 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. This looks like this will be an interesting read. Issue 11, The Return of the Crimson Wasp. And then this one, I realized this one was issue 12, but I got the alternate cover for it. This is issue 12, even though it's marked as issue 1 for the anniversary special. Issues 13 and 14 also had an alternate cover that marked them that way as well. There was no button that was included this, and I already flipped through it. Mishi's story is a tragic one. After some unannounced amount of time, she eventually comes back to America. She meets a man who has a daughter. She is really gets attached to the daughter and starts to teach her a little bit of like self-defense. And her and the man, his name's Eric, they become really close. He proposes to her. They are about to get married. And I guess basically some really tragic incidences happen. The daughter is severely wounded or hurt, I believe. And she later found out that she had Eric's child, but because of injuries she sustained as well, the baby had died and she lost the child. And that anger, that revenge and bitterness for what had happened basically gave birth to the Crimson Wasp persona. There's more to the story, but I am not going to tell you. You'll have to read for yourselves if you have the rest of it yourself. And also issues 13 and 14 had the anniversary special banner as well, and these were issues 2 and 3. And also, there are several issues during this run, after some were written by Chuck Dixon, that were written by the original writer from the series, Ron Fortier, because I made a post about a bunch of these books, and he talked to me a little bit about some of them, so it's like, cool. So that made me happy. Other than that, I hope you guys liked this little view or overview of my new collection. So until then, whoops. Be sure to do all those normal YouTube things, like, comment, and subscribe, and if you enjoyed my content, be sure to turn on that bell notification so you get my settings onto all. As I said in my last Green Hornet video, I will be doing breakdowns of each of these series, both the 89 series and 91, some of their various spin-off titles, and certain issues or arcs that stand out to me personally. Like, I'll definitely be talking about the Saga of the Crimson Wasp series when I've had a chance to properly read through it. And so until then, I hope you guys will stick with me on this journey, because I'll see all you beautiful people next time. So take care, and goodbye for now.